YouTube. What's going on, people? Red Mist, LFC Ninja, and we're back. We are back at Anfield for Liverpool versus Newcastle United. The return fixture. Remember with NUNEZ, the red card, it all went crazy at St. James's. We're back, guys, for return game. We need these points. We saw Arsenal completely mess up yesterday. Beating West Ham at home is not for everybody. Anyway, let's move forward to the match preview. As you can see, Liverpool being the home team, Newcastle the away team. What are they gonna bring? Man, recently they lost. They lost to Nottingham Forest at home. Beating Newcastle away. It ain't for everybody, is it, Arsenal? But Nottingham Forest can do it. You know, European glory in their own right. Nottingham Forest, don't they? Arsenal, cough, cough. Anyways, listen, it's gonna be tough. Newcastle, however, have a very poor record away from home. It's poor. I don't get it. They have to change that, because of all that money, that mentality has to change. Otherwise, I don't know. They need to. Something's got to give somewhere. Sorry, Steven. But so I do think that we will win the game. But before all of that, and some of the points I've got to make, let's just run through the teams, and I'm gonna do one team because I feel like 1 minute. Sorry. To just pop my drink open. I was considering just doing a live stream, but I might do it one day. Anyways, nice desperado here. Oh, it's leaking. God damn it, it's overflowing. Well, listen, where was I? Right, so let's just go through the teams, of what I feel like Klopp's gonna play, and probably, maybe he's probably play a similar team. Just because there's so much injuries, we have so much injuries that it's kind of, there's only a fair few players which I feel like Klopp's going to choose. There's 3 or 4 players that are on the bench from the youth team where we just know they're not going to play. They was in the team for the last game. They're just not going to play unless we get like 2 or 3 injuries in game. We're not going to see them. Or unless we win in 3, 4, 5-0, they might come off in the last 5 minutes or something. We're not going to see them, especially players in defensive position, left back, right back, or sort of central midfield. We're more likely to get on youths kind of in and around like left wing or right wing. Maybe, Ben Dote's injured, but Cade Gordon could show up on the left side. But then still you've got Diaz and NUNEZ now. And even Jota, all of them, and even Gakpo can kind of move to that left side. So it's really hard for a little guy like Cade to get in and around and amongst it. He has to be performing very, very well. And credit to him, he's done what he can do. But those guys are, leaps and bounds ahead for me of him in this moment in time. So I can't consider him. Right. Anyways, let's start with the first team. First of all, we also need to do a predicted man of the match, which I'll do right at the end, and a score. My predicted score and man of the match for Liverpool. Alisson, Gomez at left back, VVD, Kanate, Trent, Curtis Jones, Endo, Szoboszlai, Diaz, Gakpo, Salah. Starting lineup. Hold on a minute. We're missing someone. Wait. I didn't put in NUNEZ. NUNEZ good. What? There he is. Okay. I think I just missed him. I just didn't click on his name. Okay, so they might do the bench scene as Diaz decided to just pop up randomly. Jota, McAllister, Gravenberch, Harvey Elliott, Quansah, Connor Bradley, James McConnell, Bobby Clark, and Kelleher. Right now, as I said before, I feel like Bobby Clark, Connell, Bradley, they're just there to spill faces. Spill faces? Fill spaces. Fill spaces, not space filces. Fill spaces. Quansah, probably got a good chance of playing. Elliott usually plays. Gravenberch usually plays. Callister is 50-50 to be even fit, so maybe he won't even make it. But I'm going to say that we're going to have him on the bench. Jota, yep. Diaz, yep. Now, I do think Klopp is going to go with NUNEZ down the left side again, because I think Newcastle are going to come, and I don't think they're just going to play for a draw. I think they're going to attack us. I'd be surprised if they just try and do what Man United. Maybe Man United have set the blueprint for these teams to come to Anfield and park the bus. Maybe they will, and I actually think Newcastle are fully capable of coming to Anfield and parking the bus. I think if they come to Anfield and park the bus, can they play on the counter attack? Almiron and Gordon. With Isak, is that good enough to play on the counter attack? You know, where Arsenal had who they had and they couldn't do anything to us. So I think if Newcastle if they come to Anfield and they play on a counter attack, I don't think they score. I think we deal with them. I also think that if they came to play us, I think they'll have more success than if they didn't come out. Just because I feel like they are hardworking all over the pitch and they get up and down. They do put in numbers. I'm not sure what kind of team they've got available. I know they played with injuries, much like us. I'm about to show you the injury bench real soon. It is scary. It's actually scary. Thank goodness we do have McAllister in there and Jota back. That's two of them off the bench, at least. And I'm thankful that we have actually got quite a decent squad. Not gonna lie, our squad is looking, I would say, when everybody's fit, arguably the best squad in the Premier League. I don't think Arsenal's. I think it's the closest, but I don't think it's better than ours. Right down to that game at Anfield, who did they? They made one substitution. That was Trossard. We made full 3 substitutions. It goes to show you their bench. Yes, they had Tomiyasu injured, and the other dude, the defender, but they were defenders that were injured. They weren't going to come on, what Tomiyasu was going to come on and be more creative than Zinchenko. All right, maybe down that left side of the pitch, but I don't know. I think that's subjective. And then the right back who's injured, who's going to come in for Ben White, Timber. I mean, is he? I don't know if is he a rocket in right back? Does he bomb down the line? I'm not sure. Is he Kyle Walker's type, or is he just solid? Like, is he more Wan-Bissaka? I don't know. What I saw from him is that he did look pretty good. From the time I saw before he got his injury, but can he play at this level? Is he consistent at this level? Does he fit Arsenal? That's all. We still need to see that. So you can't say he's an improvement until he actually shows that he is an improvement. So yeah, it's all it's all subjective over there. But as we obviously we got the injuries at left back with Tsimikas and Robertson now. I don't think Robertson's too far away. Maybe in the next 2-3 weeks we should be seeing him again. What's the deal with if we have an injury at left or right back? I reckon there'll be a shuffling and someone from the bench would have to come on. Maybe let's just say if Trent gets injured, maybe Gomez switches to the right side and plays right back, or we go into a 3. We have 3 and we play 3 at the back, or we call on one of, maybe we have a youth player have to fill in there, or yeah, I mean we are a little bit slim in that sense, but there's also been talk of Robinson from Fulham coming in. I don't think we're going to sign a left back either, just because I think Robertson is close, so I don't think we're going to bother. Also, that gives Klopp another conundrum, because then he's got Tsimikas. When Tsimikas comes back, he's got 3 left backs, and one of them is not going to play. One of them is not even going to be in a squad, because you don't need 3 left backs. So what do you do? So I don't think a left back is an option. I think he'll probably just use someone wide, and that's likely to be Gomez. So we need to pray and hope that Gomez doesn't get injured. I think right back is even more, because Endo will be away in the Asian Cup. But if Trent was to get injured, I think Endo could do a job out at right back, maybe. Don't know. Then maybe I'm pushing it with that one. Not sure. So defensively, we are a bit meh. Don't know. I think Konate could play right back. I think he could play right back. So as is like just a solid defensive right back. I think he could do Konate right back, Kwanzaa centre back with Virgil, and then your normal left back. I think you could do that. I think Konate does have mobility, and going forward, even pushing up and bombing on. He could be a Thuram, to be fair, like an old school Thuram, Lilian Thuram, or a Djimi Traore. Traore, who remembers him? Awesome. What a fella. But listen, so I mean, defense. We got some options there. We got some youth players that can fill in right back as well. I'm not sure if I think the right back we signed, I think he's still injured actually. I'm not even sure if I have a thingy for him. I don't even know if I've done a profile for him, because he's not even featured. He's featured once, and that was in the Europa. I need to do one for him, don't I? Oh, that's odd. Thought I'd done one, but it's because he hasn't featured or been in any lineups or first 11s. I haven't done one, and I didn't do the Europe against Lask because I couldn't be bothered. No, it wasn't because I couldn't be bothered, because I just didn't have the time. But yeah, so the defense, is the defense. I think, yeah, it's an injury or two away from being really, really light. But luckily we're keeping our main hitters nice and fresh and fit. So the rotation, I mean, we could argue here that Kwanzaa comes in against Newcastle, and Konate starts again versus Arsenal in the Cup next week. But I do think Kwanzaa started the last game, didn't he, against West Ham? So I think this one is going to be Konate, and I think next week will be Konate again. Maybe Konate comes off at some point in this game, and then Kwanzaa comes on. I just think Kwanzaa is being blooded into these big games slowly but surely. So like I said, maybe Konate starts this, we get the job done, and then Kwanzaa comes on for the last 20, 15 minutes or something to rest Konate, or just so there's no risk of any injury or something. And also gives Kwanzaa big game experience, because Newcastle's a big game. A lot of history behind it. It's going to be the history it has from the one earlier on the Caesar as well, where we got the red card, etc., etc. So yeah, I think that could be a possibility. Yeah, but I do think Konate is going to start. I think Trent right back, and obviously Gomez left back. In the midfield, I've gone with, the thing is, ELIOTT is making a massive stake for a place in this side, and I could see ELIOTT coming in for Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai being on the bench. That is not unforeseen. However, I just think that having Jones and ELIOTT, I just don't think it's got, I don't know. Is it? There's something about ELIOTT that I'm not sure about. I'm not sure he's got the leadership and the brain at the moment. That sounds bad. The brain, as what Szoboszlai would do. Szoboszlai has. I think Szoboszlai is just ahead in his. He's just ahead of him in aspects of football generally. And although he doesn't have, or at the moment at least, he doesn't have major moments, he is consistent for the team in terms of his hard work is there as a midfielder, and he's given us, dare I say it, what Jordan Henderson gave us for so many seasons. I've said this in my other videos. I try to repeat it each and every time so that I don't go digging around for a video when I'm asked about, oh, this, that, and the other. I'm telling you, this is a rebuild of the style. Fabinho, Wijnaldum. I'm telling you, Klopp is recreating it. Szoboszlai is Henderson, but he is a way more advanced Henderson, and you will see it. You're gonna see it. And remember, I'm telling you this. He's the same kind of height. He's getting the working pattern. He's learning the system now, right? But what you're gonna get from his is you're gonna get goals, right? And he's gonna beat players, right? And you're gonna get natural skill and ability. Once, I think his natural ability, like his natural skill and stuff, is suffering at the moment because he's learning how to move around in the system, how to work with Salah, how to work with Trent. So I think his natural game is suffering. That things he wants to do is suffering. Once he learns where he's moving on the pitch in this system, then he will start to incorporate his natural skill and his passing and stuff like that, through balls or his assists or whatever you want to call it, GA, whatever, right? Then you will start incorporating that into the way he plays in the system. Then you will start to see Szoboszlai. I think this guy is, I think he's going to be brilliant for us. He's just got a better IQ than Elliott at the moment. Elliott's still young, still got a lot going for him. But I just think that he does start over Elliott. Especially against Newcastle, you're going to need that energy, that physicality, and a bit of height in there as well. And I think Jones is in fantastic form. He came on and he was superb last two games. And taken off because we had this game to think about and didn't want to get a reoccurrence of that injury he's had. Endo, last two games has been smooth. I told you about Endo. If you've been listening to any of my videos and stuff, I told you about Endo. From day dot, from when we signed him, about, I don't know, 15 videos back now, like I've said to you, he's a quality player. He's very good. He keeps it prim and proper, nice and simple. One touch, two pass. He doesn't do anything stupid. Barely ever gets caught on the ball if he has options. He can header very decent for somebody of his build and height, and he gets stuck in. He reminds me of a more controlled and what's the word? Not respectful. Like a Mascherano, but he's just more, uses his brain more, the way he fills spaces, moves around. I'm telling you, this guy is good. He's a good player. Don't mug him off. Please do not mug him off. He's a very good player. International for Japan. Japan are slapping up teams at the moment. You know, I reckon they're going to be Asian champions. I think they're going to win that cup. So we expect him to be away for the whole majority of it. I can't see anybody touching them out there. Japan are class side. They're a good team. So don't mug him off. I said he's a quality player. He's very good, and I love players like him. You don't need a DM that's holding onto the ball, like dribbling from left to right, and you don't need a DM. You don't want a DM like that because lingering on the ball gets you caught. And Trent is a prime example. Like Klopp doesn't want that. This is why Klopp does not play. He's refusing to play Trent in a DM role. He doesn't need to DM. He doesn't have first of all, he doesn't have the speed, right? First of all, he's not used to seeing spaces. Trent has a lapse in concentration. It would give him an even more of an ego, being like the in that position. You're basically like the spine of the side. You're literally the spine. He's the center of the team. And he's already got captaincy. He's already got a lot of weight on his shoulders. He doesn't need that to be the spine of the team. I think Endo is perfect for it because you don't even realize, and he doesn't make a big deal of it. He doesn't have an ego about him. He's humble, down to earth. He just wants to come. He wants to make the team better. He wants to win with us. He'll give it his everything. Everything that YNWA stands for. Endo is going to put it into into the groundwork on pitch. I'm telling you, 100%. He will, and we've seen it. He also has a good finish. The guy can bag goals. So if we need an extra man, like pushing onto the edge of the D, Endo can be that guy. So he can push forward as well. I think Trent is fine to be a right back and invert here and there. If Trent is going to play anywhere in midfield, he plays in Szoboszlai's position. This is not a bad thing, because what that means is that Szoboszlai is like, holy shit, I got Trent on my backside. I need to start performing because this guy can ball and I don't want to lose my space. So I think actually that's perfect. And then like for like on the other side as well, you got Gravenberch, Jones, and then when Thiago's fit, you got Thiago, and those three are battling for that position. It's going to be very, very good. Oh yeah, and McAllister. Obviously, you know, you could also argue that Thiago, McAllister, and Endo can switch between, you know, having all three DMs. Which one do you want? You know, but again, I actually prefer Endo as the DM. I kid you not, and the reason why is because he doesn't do anything stupid with it. He doesn't linger on it. He doesn't think, yeah, I should pass it, and then change his mind and switch to the other side. You know, he rarely gets caught out, right? Especially in the last two games, especially as he's got up to speed with the Premier League, and you know he's learning the team. He's probably English is improving, and you know he's just getting fitter. He's adapting. You can see he's not getting caught out. Thiago is, Thiago is world class. Is he still going to be that player when he comes back? Who knows? It will certainly be rusty. I don't doubt his talent, but can his body match up with his talent still? Who knows? But again, he is a bit of a lingerer on the ball, just like Trent. Although he doesn't get caught out as much, he does give the ball away sometimes with some of his passes. That was notable in seasons past in certain games. And when he's on the pitch, do we create more? I don't think we have actually, you know, all the possession that we have when we have him, we don't usually create more with him, you know, on the ball in position. You will start to see that Endo does think fast and he can control the play from the back, and you will start to see that. But he doesn't really need to do that because there's a lot of players that can control the game who want to try and control the game. You know, even Van Dijk from the back, you know, with his pinpoint long passing to the left and right wings, you know, he controls the game from even deeper. You know, Konate is doing those Matip bursting runs, like sort of in and around the midfield now. He's learning from Matip, you know. I think Gomez is superb down the left, you know, cutting in and then, you know, maybe having a shot with his right foot, bending it around to the, you know, inverted left and right backs. This is what we're seeing now, you know. I mean, I know Gomez is there because of a temporary situation and it's not permanent, but listen, if he starts banging and really gets his foot in the door there, why not? Why not? Why would Klopp isn't playing Gomez over Trent because Trent's just world class. Simple as that. But Gomez, actually on the left, if he's happy and he wants it's you know, yes, Robertson's gonna come back, but I'll be honest with you. I think Gomez can definitely be better going forward on the left side as a left back, left wing back, arguably, then Trent Robertson. What the fuck? Then Robertson. Recently, I know he hasn't had the greatest season, but Robertson's output, his assists has really plummeted down. I think this injury is a blessing in disguise, maybe because it might give him his fire back, it might give him his enthusiasm back, concentration, nice long big rest, you know, and then he comes back fresh and firing. Maybe we'll see the old Robertson again, but I do think he's kind of maybe on his way out. What is he, 27, 28, something like that now? So that would be interesting, but I think that position's up for grabs. I think Gomez could nail that position down. He was fantastic against Arsenal. He shut off Saka, one of the best right wingers in the league. Yeah, you know, I wish him the best of luck in that position because I'm for it. I'm definitely for it. So yeah, back to the midfield. Szoboszlai, Endo, and Jones is what I feel like is going to happen. As for the strikers, Salah is you know, makes sense. I think Gakpo is there because I think Gakpo is just a good starter. He's just a good starting striker, isn't he? He does everything. He puts a lot of energy in. He's physical. You know, you see with Gakpo, what he does in my eyes is that when he starts, right, he kind of gives. He lets the manager. He lets Klopp. Right, so Gakpo will work all around up top, right? He'll challenge, he'll get stuck in, he'll drop deep, he'll move to the right a bit, move to the left a bit. In that little area, let me just show you the little area where I feel like he operates. It's just like in here, like Firmino did. You don't drift out there or anything, but just in and around this kind of area here. And what he does is he moves defenders about and stuff like that, right? And what he does is he by doing that, he allows Klopp to make the necessary adjustments, because then Klopp can see how the defense is operating because of the movement that Gakpo is doing in and around the area. And this is why I think Gakpo starts more often than not, because he works the whole area. And like I just said, it gives Klopp watches that, and I think Klopp picks up on how the opposition's defense are operating, where gaps can pop up, which centre back of theirs is operating best with their fullback. Like, is it their left centre back and their left back? Are they really tight? Are they playing well, those two? Is their right centre back playing well with their right back? And I think that has an influence on what striker he chooses and where to change to try and find that opening with the opposition's back line. And that's why I think Gakpo is key to that area. I don't think NUNEZ or Jota do that when they are central, and like Gakpo does, and that's why I think Gakpo again is the main choice. Also, I think, like I said, that this team he's trying to recreate the old Liverpool with this side. Gakpo he's slowly trying to blood him into a Firmino, maybe a less tricky Firmino, maybe a more of a traditional 9 kind of thing, maybe not traditional 9, that's wrong, but just one which is probably maybe more goals than Firmino. I definitely think he's got more physicality than Firmino. Firmino was very, very good in spells, but I don't think Firmino by far wasn't perfect. Firmino had to be on his game to look amazing. I think with Gakpo can have a bad game and still kind of do something, and I'm not even mean score goals. I mean just kind of, he can have a bad game, but he can make, because he's having a bad game, he makes the defenders have a bad game. That makes sense? I don't know, but he can kind of just annoyingly have an effect on a game, or just let somebody else, kind of come up with a goal, but it was because he was just there being irritating. I don't know. He causes some kind of weird, I don't know. It's a strange one. And then obviously he has his moments where everything falls into place, and the boy can shoot as well. He can shoot. So for me, I think he starts because I think that's what he offers personally. And then I think NUNEZ starts down the left. I think with Trippier pushing in, I think he could strip Trippier. I think that's a weakness right there. I think Gakpo gets at Trippier. I think it could be a long day, a long evening for Trippier, 100%. It would also stop him from pushing down. I think with NUNEZ in behind, it's going to be a serious threat. And then Gomez can also push on. I know Gomez has Almiron to deal with, but I'll be more worried about Gordon from the left side. But, Szoboszlai and Trent and Konate, which is another reason why I feel like Konate will play, because of Gordon. A bit similar to Martinelli, he's just a run, rabbit, run kind of attacker. Not much else in his brain, in his locker. It is what you see with Gordon, Martinelli. So yeah, I think NUNEZ should start there. I think Gomez behind him is superb. I think again, this side, it's another different three, isn't it? I remember in my last video I was talking about how our left side is not settled, which arguably is probably why Diaz is out of form. It's probably why he's not been performing, because everyone behind him is unsettled. Like, Jones has only just come back. We've not got a completely new left, but we had Tsimikas. Tsimikas hasn't played with Jones that often. Tsimikas has been playing with McAllister from time to time. Now Ender's there. Who else? Gravenberch has been playing with Tsimikas. So it's not settled. This side is completely settled, which is why it makes sense that these three actually are probably, well, not so much Szoboszlai, barring the hard work. Trent and Salah have been, carrying Liverpool literally. But as soon as this side gets settled, I do expect Diaz to come in and bang. And I do expect the link up play to vastly improve. Well, most definitely. But we need to see it needs to be settled. The same three, game in, game out, game in, game out, for us to get that cohesion. Everyone's talking about Liverpool clicking at the moment. You're not going to click if your spine, your goalkeeper keeps changing, and all your left side and your right side. You need to have boom, boom, and then boom, and then your front three, boom. All needs to be the same, and then that team will start. That is when you'll get the click. You won't click if there's so many changes all the time. It won't click. You'll just get by. And that's just, pretty obvious in my eyes. So that's probably the front three that I'll go for. In terms of substitutions, what do I expect to see? I probably expect to see SZOBO come off at some point. I expect to see Harvey Elliott come on. I probably expect to see Jota come on. Maybe Gakpo goes wide and NUNEZ. I don't think NUNEZ should come off. To be fair, he should play a whole game. NUNEZ, let Jota play in the middle. These two can alternate as well. I think maybe that could be a change. We might see. Listen, if McAllister's fit, McAllister probably comes on. I think McAllister comes on there if he does come on. Gravenberch maybe sits this one out. Or what happens is Endo comes off. I think Klopp is also, you're not trying to get Endo injured as well. Endo wants to go to the Asian Cup, so I think it's like, keep him fit, let him go, meet his wishes and stuff, So I mean, if that's the case, then that you could be seeing that, like, McAllister drops into the DM role, and then you've got Gravenberch. Hopefully we're like 3 or 4-0 up by this time. Gravenberch just comes in and does Gravenberchy things, I guess. I'm not expected to see any of the youth kids, the younger ones. Not expected to see Kelleher anywhere near. Kwanzaa, maybe Kwanzaa can come in for Konate at some point. Yeah, maybe. And actually, probably, I do expect, thinking about it, Diaz comes in. Salah could come off. Bring Salah off. Put him there, and then let NUNEZ have a full game. But you know how it works. I think Diaz comes on for NUNEZ at some point, and Salah again plays the whole game. So I think that's pretty much how it's gonna go. They were club substitutions. The Angry Birds. Oh, we don't need the red card there. Injury list, as I've explained, Angry Birds before, is predominantly like players who are on the peripheral, in and out, in and around, but not quite making the squad. Rumor has it that Phillips and Carvalho their loans are being cut short. Not sure how true that is. I got word of it, so I kind of thought, let me just include them, just so they're ready in case it's sprung upon us. Sprung upon us randomly, and we just see them. But I think he goes. I think maybe he goes to Fulham. I think something's going on there. I think he's been called back on loan, off loan from his country. I don't think it's nothing to do with Liverpool and us attacking, because we got attackers. I don't think we're buying another attacker either. We have what we have. They need to make it work. I think he is going to go to Fulham on loan. And I think we are going to get Robinson potentially on loan. I think that could be in the pipeline. I think that makes sense. They need maybe a striker. They're a bit short for goals. Do they have a left back or somebody there already? I'm not sure. Don't know what their youth academy is like or anything like that. But Robinson has been good for them. I think I would take Robinson on loan. I think he's very capable of actually replacing Tsimikas, maybe, if Klopp doesn't see a long-term future for Tsimikas anymore. He hasn't seemed, he's given me no reason to think that he sees Tsimikas at the club long-term. I don't know if Tsimikas has really improved from the day he landed in Liverpool. Has he got better? I don't know. And also Robertson's going to be back. So I think Robertson and Robinson. Listen, I would take that left back. I would take that any day. I think that's a great pair. I do think Robinson is an improvement on Tsimikas, I'll be honest. Another one that I really like is Ait Nori from Wolves, who I think is very, very, very available, and I think we could pick him up. So those, yeah, Robinson or Ait Nori at left back, if he was to sign left back, would be great. It'd be fantastic. Look at the injury list: Tsimikas, Matip, Doak, Thiago, Bajcetic, and Robertson. Crazy. But listen, let's quickly go to the score, and the score that I think it is going to be is 0 Newcastle and 3 to Liverpool. I think we will win 3-0, probably 2-0 maybe, but I think it'll be comfortable. I don't think Newcastle are going to score. I just don't know. I just don't think they will. I think we'll be up for it. We're top of the league. We will need the 3 points. This is different to the Arsenal game. I think now that Arsenal have kind of like fluffed it, I think we'll probably try and do our best to fluff it as well. No, jokes aside, we probably will fluff it. That's the thing. We'll probably like draw like 1-1 or 0-0. But we know, listen, we win, we go, and you know, if we draw this game, I'm just seeing City just gonna, you know, do it because they've got a game in hand now as well. So yeah, I can see something like this happening. Hopefully, just because I think Newcastle will come to try and get something. I think they'll stay strong. Maybe they play on a counter, but I don't think they'll part the bus like United did. United was a pride thing. United was a pride thing. At the moment, Newcastle got a lot more pride. They got a lot more confidence than United. So I think they were trying, and they probably want to win at Anfield as well. They've not, you know, how long have they won at Anfield for? It's been a while. So they would want to try and rectify that, I guess. A lot of history there, Liverpool and Newcastle. And then as for my man of the match, sorry, pardon me. Predicted man of the match is this man, about the football in his nose. Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, calling Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, where are you? I am banking on him to continue his awesome form from the last 2 games. That goal was a fantastic goal he scored. West Ham in the cup. Yeah. Bag another goal. Got a nice goal scoring midfielder. Competing. You know, especially when McAllister gets fit. Have them both banging goals. Quality goals. It's a good time at the moment, guys. It's a real good time. If you like what we heard, consider just listening and watching more often. Follow, sub, not really bothered about that. I'm not trying to make this anything like massive. I just love talking about Liverpool. My friendship group away in IRL is a bit iffy at the moment in terms of getting to games and watching them with the boys and stuff. So I still like to talk about it and I miss it. So I'm just, you know, putting it out there to anybody and everybody. Yeah, I love reading stuff, watching and learning about Liverpool. I'm still learning, so come here, teach me stuff, tell me stuff I didn't know. I'm all for it. But listen, if you do watch this or check this out, I appreciate it fully. Be safe, be good, love Liverpool, and take care. And I'll speak to you soon. Hopefully we do a full time if we've got time to do a review. Hopefully it's a great game and it just makes me like, oh yeah, I want to get on there and do a full time review. Maybe I can do that. But listen, once again, take it easy. Stay safe, be good, and I'll talk to you soon. See you later. Bye-bye.